Let's check out the contact view. You'll spend a good portion of your time in this view, so we'll get familiar with it. There are 3 sections to the contact view. The first is the contact details. This is where much of the contact's information is stored. Next is the conversation panel. The third is the activity panel. Let's break down the contact details panel. We have what we call fields. Fields are the text boxes you can type in. The fields are categorized into folders. You can open or close these field folders. You'll see that the first folder is Contact. You can close that folder by clicking on it. Now it's closed, and we can see the other folders. You can open the other folders by clicking on them. You can have multiple folders open at once. Most of the contact's information will be found in the top 3 folders. You can update or add information into the fields, and it'll automatically save for you. You can also hide empty fields to only show what fields have information. If you need to find some specific information, you can search the title of the field, and it'll bring it to the top for you. Another item in the contact view is the Actions section. Actions is made up of tags, campaigns, and opportunities. In tags, you can add or remove tags. In campaigns, you can add or remove a campaign. In opportunities, you can update which pipelines you'd like them to display on. Further down is DND. DND means Do Not Disturb. This is where you can select to not disturb a client by selecting an option that would restrict outbound communication from your account. If you want to leave them completely alone, DND All Channels. If you only want to restrict one option, you can simply check the box or multiple if there are multiple channels you'd like to restrict. If a message is ever failing to send, first check the DND box. If a client is labeled DND because they've replied stop or cancel, you should respect them and not uncheck that box. Doing so could hold you liable to non-compliant activity. Even further down, you could see how the contact was created and when. We see here that they were created by my contact list I uploaded in the CSV format. Up above, there are arrows to switch between clients. This allows you to click to the next client if you'd like to contact a new client. In the next video, we'll break down the conversation panel. We're looking at the conversation panel now. This is where you can email and text your clients as well as call them. Down below, there is the message box. You can click on SMS to send a text, or email to send an email. If you click on the little arrows pointing up and to the right, here in the corner of the message box, your message box will enlarge slightly. You can put a message together by typing in the box. You can include custom fields in the message so that the field automatically grabs and inputs their information. You can also add an attachment or emojis. Down below, you'll see a little icon that looks like a document. That's the templates icon. If you click on it, a menu will appear that allows you to select a template. Scroll through the templates to find one you like, then select it. You can review it as you wish, and when you're ready, hit enter on your keyboard or click send now. You can also schedule the text to go out at a certain date or time. Want to delete a message? Hit clear. In email, type in your name in the From Name field. In the From Email field, type in the email you're sending from. Make sure the contact's email is selected. Then write in the subject line. After that, you can include your message in the message field. Then click Send Now when you're finished. You can minimize the box by clicking the arrows. Above, you can use the phone icons to call the client. There are 2 phones. One is black and blue, while the other is green. The black and blue phone is our Power Dialer phone integration with Wave. In another tutorial, we'll break down how the Power Dialer works. The green phone is your LeadShop single dial phone. When you click it, the client's phone number will appear for you to select. When you select it, it'll instantly start dialing. You can see it dialing above in the phone icon. Click on the drop-down arrow to open the dial keypad and phone option. You can click the red phone icon to end the call. When you chat with a client, your messages will appear here. If you want to look at the message details, click the 3 dots in the corner and a small pop-up will appear showing the numbers, the time zone, and if it was delivered. At times, a text or email will bounce. Bouncing is when the message can't be delivered as intended. This can occur if the information is incorrect, if D&D is enabled for a channel, if the client has a spam filter, or if your phone number isn't registered. When messaging, emailing, and calling, be aware of the pay-per-use rates found on the LeadShop.org website. The activity panel is where you can view a client's notes, appointments, tasks, and activities performed on your website, forms, and more. Activity will show you the client's history on your credibility site and seminar campaigns. Task is where you can set a to-do item for a client. Click Add New to create a new task. Then add a task title. Then a description. Assign it to yourself and then click on the due date to edit when your deadline is. Then click the green check mark to save the deadline. Then click Save and the task is added to your task list. Their task will appear here as well as on the main LeadShop dashboard. Next is Notes. In Notes, you can leave a note about your call, conversation, appointment, or anything else you'd like to have recorded. Click Save when done writing a note. You can delete or edit existing notes. And then there's the Appointments tab, which is where you can book appointments. In a previous tutorial, we review how to book appointments here in the Activity panel. Above, you'll see Zoom Client, which is a shortcut to Zoom so that you can pull up a Zoom link or meeting information for a client. Next to that is a tutorial option to walk you through the Contact View features.